Today we're going to get into some real talk and real action about how to support yourself when you hate your body and it's consuming your life and you just want to finally get your life back. If that sounds like something that you're into and you want to understand how to have more self-love, acceptance, and body confidence, then stick with me right to the end of this video so you can really soak in all these proven, evidence-based tips that transformed my relationship with my body and will sure to be transforming yours. All right, let us dive right in. I feel the need to share this before we really get into the tools. The reason why you're constantly dissatisfied with your body image and that's taking up all of the energy in your life is there's a few reasons. So one could be that you grew up with someone in your life, in your household that struggled with their body image. I know my mom did, and it's not to place blame on them. They also inherited that suffering likely from another family member. Moms, aunts, could be anyone. Number two is that, of course, you likely grew up really exposed to all of the pressures that we have in our society around body image and what the media portrays to be beautiful and all the evolving beauty standards that we have. And it's worth reminding that the diet culture, the diet industry, which is like, oh my gosh, how many billions of dollars? Like I think it was $303 billion that the diet industry is worth to date, last I checked. And the reason why the diet industry is so successful is because it feeds off of our unworthiness, and so does the beauty industry. So if we felt really worthy in ourselves and we didn't feel the need to alter our appearance to increase our self-esteem, we wouldn't be buying all these products that claim that they're going to make us feel confident the next time we go on this fad diet or, buy this cellulite cream. We all know the story and we fall into those traps all the time of believing that, the more we see images and videos portrayed of people that don't look like us on purpose, because they choose. Now it's so much better. Thank goodness we have so much more body diversity and acceptance going on and all these positive movements. But, the fact is that we grew up for most of our lives with really misaccurate representation of body diversity. So we looked at, people that had represented 2% of what the world's body size actually is. And so no wonder we grew up feeling like, oh, well, I don't look like that. I must not be worthy. And therefore I should alter my appearance by dieting or restricting or changing things about me so that I can be more worthy in the world. And the point is, we've been conditioned to believe a lot of this. So reminding yourself that is the first step to having more appreciation and self-acceptance, because there's a really big dissonance in our feelings towards ourselves and what's actually true. And when we can remind ourselves that's right, part of me was conditioned to believe this, it's not my fault, we can start to cultivate more compassion, and that creates acceptance, and that opens the window for us feeling more confident and most importantly, more attuned to your authentic, true self, okay? So let's dive into this proven tool that truly transformed my life with my body image and is now why I'm leading this work and helping people all around the world, because it works and because I know what it's like to feel like your life is literally being squeezed dry because all of your energy is going on focusing on how much you are dissatisfied with your body, how you have to change it, how you're convinced you need to lose weight, and the story goes on. And trust me, this is really going to support you to change your life and your relationship with your body. So all I want you to do is to tap where I tap and repeat after me. And we're going to do a healing exercise here together. By doing this exercise of tapping on these points, saying these words, we're removing emotional intensity and power away from those words and truth. And how the brain works is when you can actually remove intensity behind words, reduce the emotion behind thought patterns, the brain actually does this thing like you trimming off dead leaves on a plant. So what happens is if we have dead leaves on a plant, those leaves are still sucking energy away from the plant. So we trim them off so that the plant can just feed all of its energy to the leaves that are existing. So the same thing happens with our brain. When we actually do this tapping on these negative thoughts we have about our body, the act of tapping scientifically removes energy and intensity away from those words, removes power away from them. So over time, your brain literally clips off those neurons, those neural pathways from firing that say those negative things to yourself. And all of a sudden you experience this miraculous shift that goes, oh my goodness, I don't even think that about myself anymore. It seems comical that I even thought that about myself. And you get to step into your true feelings about yourself, okay? Your confidence, your innate beauty, your all the qualities about yourself that you admire. And that's what we want to tune up. We want to take the power away from the conditioning that we've acquired, all that BS, and help you shine like your true self, which is what I want you to do. The gift that you are to this world is your unique self. All right. Without further ado, let's get into the exercise. So tapping where I tap, you just tap through these points and you'll repeat after me. Even though I've been conditioned to believe these thoughts about my body and myself, I love and accept myself. Even though I've been conditioned to believe these negative thoughts about my body, and I'm constantly trying to change my body, and my life is being sucked down the drain because of all this focus on trying to change my body. I love and accept myself. Even though I was conditioned to think these thoughts about my body, that I'm never good enough, I'm never satisfied no matter what my body looks like, I'm supposedly more worthy if I'm in a smaller body size, that these parts of my body aren't good enough, that if only I could shrink myself in these specific areas, I would look better. All of these lies that I've been taught about my body, taking up so much energy in my life. I'm willing and ready to take my power back. All of these negative thoughts about my body. All this hate towards my body. Instead of living my life, all this energy is focusing on how much I hate my body. How my body isn't good enough no matter what I do. Every time I follow these thoughts, it just leads me into things like restriction, dieting, being obsessed with how my body looks. None of those things have worked positively for me. I know the truth. Even when I've changed my body, gone on diets, the confidence has never stuck. So it's become clear that this is an inside job. I'm willing to see that these diets, these pressures to change the way I look, are consuming so much energy in my life, robbing me of life experience. And I'm also so tired of it. So I'm willing to take my life back. I'm willing to decide this doesn't work for me anymore. I'm willing to come back to my true self. To start learning how to appreciate my body. To start connecting to my unique value and beauty. And to stop giving the diet industry and these toxic patterns so much power in my life. I'm ready to start living my life. I'm ready to start really feeling confident in myself. I'm ready to go on vacations again and say yes. I'm ready for it all. Okay, so take a nice, easy breath and just tune into yourself and notice how that's feeling. And hopefully you can really start to feel the energetic shift, which allows you to take energy away from these thought patterns that say, yes, I have to lose weight. Yes, I have to go on a diet. Yes, I have to do all these things to feel better about my body, because you're realizing they're not true. That those thoughts, whenever you follow those thoughts and whenever you have in the past, it's never led you to anywhere positive. And I would invite you to really tune into the evidence, the truth behind that, to remind yourself of that. And by doing this exercise and focusing on tapping on those truths like we did, you're taking energy away from those negative thought patterns. And the more that you do that and repeat that, the more those thought patterns are going to really dissolve, and you're going to literally cut them out of your brain. And the more you're going to naturally come to a place of acceptance, because that's what happens. We remove a charge from an emotional thought. And what happens is immediately through that space and time of doing that, we come to a place of feeling peace and ease and neutrality towards it. And from there, that is how we continue to build and experience our confidence and our connection with our true self. You were born feeling enough and worthy. You weren't born with all these conditioned beliefs and thoughts. So by taking away those conditioned beliefs and thoughts, you're returning back to your true self. So I hope you found that to be a valuable exercise. I can't wait to hear how it went. You can share with me in the comments below. And I just want to assure you that this is truly life-transforming work. If you can repeat this and follow it, you are going to see the miracles. Oh my goodness. I was someone who spent my whole life in agony, being obsessed with all these restrictive rules and diets and focus on my body, and it led me nowhere other than depression, anxiety, total burnout, and I was not living my life. And I want you to have the same confidence, the same joy, the same gratitude, the same life-changing transformation, because you've finally taken your power back and you're living in your authentic truth and light. That is what I want most for you. So it starts here with these exercises. And if you are in a place where you are so committed to this, you're so ready and done with being in this restrictive mindset and letting it be the thief of your joy every day, you're done with feeling completely dissatisfied with your body, no matter what happens, no matter what size of body you're in, because it's always the same cycle, and you want to finally experience a confidence breakthrough that goes so far beyond your body image that you're truly living a different life, one that you've always dreamed of, then please don't wait another day. Pick up the phone. You can call me. I have 60-minute free consult calls. I will teach you how you can experience a total life-transforming breakthrough in your relationship with your body and your life. I promise you that. Fact. Okay, I'm so excited to see you again next week. You can check out some of these videos here to really support you in experiencing more of that love, acceptance, and joy. Share anything in the comments below, how this went for you, and I will see you then. You're amazing. You will get through this. I see you. I feel you. You're a beautiful light.